Oh, Leave campaign, you really are priceless. You really are priceless. What do I mean by this? Well, could it be that I've heard from multiple times from you that 75% or, more than half at least, I don't think even you were really too sure on the official number. I heard good old Nigel of UKIP say 75 once. Don't know where he got that. But isn't it just precious how you keep spouting this, yet it's completely wrong? And 4 out of the 120 odd laws that were made last Parliament had something to do with the EU or and affected by the EU. Isn't that peculiar? And isn't it just how you keep saying the EU is undemocratic? Yet I have not heard one thing that backs this up. You just seem to go around spouting the EU is undemocratic. And okay, maybe I may be generalizing here. But come on, those are your two main arguments which I've heard you spout countless times, and they make no sense. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something right now. The EU gives us things that we won't be able to get anywhere else. Those are just the hard facts. With your pro-Remain or pro-Leave, you have to accept that the EU gives us things that are great advantages and that we won't be able to get anywhere else. And if you think, okay, but the negatives don't outweigh the positives, then what are the negatives? What? This myth? This myth that this 60 to 75 or whatever odd percent of laws are controlled by the EU? All this kind of shot in the dark, about how it's threatening democracy. I mean, I'm yet to see a claim that actually makes sense. I mean, okay, there's another big one that I've kind of left out. Immigration. You have been off your rockers about immigration recently in the run up to this referendum. And let me tell you something now. It's not entirely the EU's fault that we're having this immigration problem. It's just not. Is the open borders helping? Of course it's not. In fact, it's making it worse. But this is not something that we need to leave the EU over. Immigration is always going to be a problem. And I don't think that leaving the EU and abandoning this great asset that we have is really worth fixing this immigration problem. Because it's not really going to be fixed. Immigration will still be a problem. And for the small areas which leaving the EU will help, it's not worth it at all, because 1 in 10 jobs is connected to EU trade. Small businesses benefit massively. And trade helps the government too. So the government and we, the ordinary people, are being helped every day. But no, we're giving money to the EU, meaning it's bad. It's a transaction, you idiots. Can't you see that? That's what happens in a transaction. You pay money, and then you get something back. And you claim it's, oh yeah, well we pay so much money. And we get so much money back. Don't you see? Don't you see how our economy is helped so massively by this? So what arguments are there to be had here? Because I'm yet to see them. There are these minor things, sure. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like the EU is perfect. I mean, there are a few issues, but the but the positives massively outweigh the negatives in that regard. So what are your main arguments here? I mean, What debate is there to be had?